What's going on, everyone? Welcome to G-Ball Vision, your daily source for knife and EDC content. Today I have an awesome video for you. We are taking a look at a wide range of EDC knives and a wide range of prices. Whether you're looking for a folding knife or a fixed blade, you're going to want to stick around for this one. We got a lot of cool stuff to dig into. Before we get started, you know what to do. Let me know down in the comments what your EDC is today. We're going to kick the video off with the Real Steel Viz. This is a fairly new folding knife for them. They're going to come in right around the $45 price point, and they come in a wide range of variations. I'll have what I can link down below in the description and the pinned comment on this knife and the rest of the knives you see in today's video. This is going to be more of a secondary size. We have 2.7 inches of 12C27N, a good stainless steel, especially at this price point. Nice pokey drop point blade. We do have a satin finish here. We have a cutout for deployment, and we do have a nice finger choil there for a choke up on this guy. We have their crossbar lock, and depending on, they're going to vary from just knife to knife on the strength. I've had some where they're pretty strong, and then I've had some that are a little lighter. We are looking at black G10 here, and we have a taco integral frame with a deep carry clip that is reversible and a lanyard hole for the lanyard fans. A completely ambidextrous knife and some good materials at a good price. I think this would make a perfect fifth pocket carry for someone, and I will hope that they do an XL of this exact same knife someday. Now let's bump it up to the QSP Chef Master here. This is a great crossover folding knife, and I think it makes a good EDC crossover knife with the kitchen side of things, and that's why it is designed the way it is. That's what the name entails. It is the QSP Chef Master. We are looking at around $80, $75 to $80 depending on the variation. This is going to be coming in 14C. We're looking at about 3.2 inches of blade and about 7.7 overall. So it's a pretty decent size. We do have that large choil so you can choke up behind this guy. Nice tall sheep's foot blade, and this thing is very slicey. Not only that, but we have multiple deployments here with the flipper and studs mixed with a fantastic detent, making this a fun, fidgety little guy here. The liner lock has good access to it with a chamfer and has maintained a good solid lockup. We have burlap micarta here, a deep carry clip, and it is going to be reversible and it is recessed. We have the option for lefty carry with a filler tab. QSP keeps doing what QSP does best, and this is another knockout for them here in the 2025 year. So let's bump it all the way up and check out the Katuo Knives Happy Hour. This is going to be around $385, so this is going to be a way more premium knife than the previous two, but I haven't done a lot on this, and just because there's a lot going on, but this knife is freaking awesome. Not going to be for everyone, nothing is, but the Happy Hour here is sporting a beautiful Wharncliffe blade in M390. We have that polish and blasted finish that Katuo does really well. About 3.5 inches of blade here and 4.5 for our handle, so about 8.8 overall. So it's a really good size. And as far as the cutting edge, I think, it's going to be enough to get the job done when it comes to basic EDC. Let's not kid ourselves and say you're going to take this onto a construction site and beat the hell out of it. Most people aren't going to be doing that. But in just day-to-day EDC stuff, this blade and edge is going to be just fine for just casual use. And I do like the fact you can choke up right behind the edge if you really needed to get into something or needed a little bit more control over this. I think that is thought out and done well. The thumb studs and flipper work really good. Push button for that flipper tab. Got that Katuo action. all the way down, nice and controlled. Detent, nice and strong. Full Damascus pivot collar here with a titanium Damascus insert, then a flame titanium pivot, matching hardware here, little titanium backspacer. Then we have a Damascus pocket clip, and we have another layer of Damascus here on this side. Just a beautiful knife if you like a little bit of flair and flash with a more futuristic appeal. This thing is going to fill the bill. So let's come back down to earth here and take a look at a budget EDC fixed blade. This is the Watchman 221 here. These are going to come in right around the $25 price point, and they have long been one of my favorite options for people in the budget range, like the ultra budget. At $25, this is going to be hard to beat. They might not have the best business practices, but none of them companies really do. But for someone who's just looking for an affordable cutting tool, this is going to be a good option for you, especially at 25 bucks. It comes with this little pocket clip here, or belt clip I should say. It's kind of a faux tech lock. We have a taco sheath here made out of Kydex. The fit in and out is really good. A nice pop on the way in and a nice click on the way out. We're also going to be looking at 14C 28N steel with a nice satin finish on that tall sheep's foot blade. Nice little sharpening choil here. We have some grooves cut out for our fingers, more of a 3-finger knife, but you can throw a lanyard on here to kind of add that 4th finger if you wanted. But as is, I think this is really comfortable and has proven to be a really convenient little neck knife, and Watchman continues to put out some great value. Now, I'm pretty sure I featured this guy in a different video that was on some fixed blades, but definitely deserves to be mentioned a couple of times here. The Concept Nico, and the places I have shown this off, I've gotten comments in each of those places saying that they enjoy the knife, that they bought one and have really enjoyed it. These are going to come in right around $50 to $75. It depends on the version, but the base versions are going to be right around $50, $55. And then they got more premium ones with carbon fiber handles, so those will be a little bit more. But at the baseline of 55 bucks, I think this is an awesome option. It does come with a adjustable clip here, belt clip. You can carry this scout carry or vertically. We have a taco Kydex sheath here. The fit in and out is really good. I'm probably going to put this on a different fixed blade and put an ulti clip on here. I haven't decided yet, but the fit in and out is really good. You got a nice thumb ramp here to kick this thing out. Good pop and click on the way in and out. We are going to be looking at a coated D2 blade here, and this thing is nasty, guys. It is very pokey, and I'll tell you what, if you go watch the unboxing, if it's out on this yet, this thing is an absolute razor blade. We have some frag micarta here, and then we do have this ring. And what I like about that ring, it's been pretty nice to be able to pull that thing out. It kind of gives you a good grip on the handle while you're pulling it out of the sheath. So I like that ring in that case, but also you can use it to pull the fixed blade out in a reverse grip, and it's very natural and very comfortable. When this is on your side, to pull it out like that on Easter, I was messing around with it and it works great. So the design is awesome on this thing. Definitely more of a tactical fixed blade, but the design is done in such a way that it also will make a really good EDC blade as well. So let's go towards the tippy top of this scale, at least in production fixed blades, and talk about the Jack Wolf Vampire fixed EDC. I know that these are very limited at this point, just like I thought they would be. I figured these would go pretty quickly. I think this version is completely gone, but you can still, if you like this fixed blade, get this fixed blade at a wide range of retailers. I'll have a couple linked down below, like I said. These are going to come in right around the $235 price point, I believe. I'll pop it up if I'm wrong. Comes with this nice leather sheath here, and we do have a really nice clip. I love this setup, guys, for the simple fact that I don't have to be wearing anything specific in order to carry this. Certain clips, you have to wear a belt with a lot of stuff, and there's a lot of times where I'm not. So having this type of clip for a waistband, sweatpants pockets, like whatever it is, it doesn't matter. I can clip this on it and it just works good. Whether it's a belt, not going to fit on all belts, but quite a few belts it'll work on. And in the pocket, this thing is an absolute dream. Good fit in that sheath. We're looking at S90V. This one has a DLC satin finish on that drop point, spear point blade. Nice sharpening choil, beautiful sharpening choil. And then this has the True Blood Kieranite scales, and they are as beautiful as you think they are. They really look good in person. And then I believe that's a titanium or it's an aluminum bead here and lanyard, which does come with that fixed blade, and that is going to be ambidextrous in that sheath, so you can throw that in left or right hand carry. No, this does not have a guard. No, this is not intended to be a tactical fixed blade. This is intended to be just an EDC knife, so very light duty use, right? And I've been carrying and using this for the last week and a half, 2 weeks, and has not been an issue for me once. The only issue I've had with this knife is my fiance trying to steal it from me. Next up, let's drop down in our range and go to the Trivisa Antilles. This thing is awesome, guys. You can pick this up for around $40 on their website right now, and they're going to be coming in 14C28N, and it is a great size, 3.26 inches of 14C. That was my son. And we have a textured G10 handle. They have a version that came out previously that was a button lock, and although that was pretty decent, it did have a couple of flaws. They changed it over to a liner lock now, and let me tell you what, this thing is really solid. We have a fuller and a flipper for deployment, and yes, that fuller is accessible on both sides of the handle. I can easily reverse flick and thumb flick this out. Now, it does have a pretty stout detent on it, so you better have some finger strength and dexterity to kick it out, but it does work really well, and it is extremely comfortable. Nice long access to that liner with a chamfer. Deep carry clip, wire clip, and it is reversible for lefties. Little G10 backspacer in there at 40 bucks. Trivisa sticks to what they do best, and that is their own thing. They aren't trying to imitate someone else and copy this or copy that. They have their own designs, and they do their own OEM projects. I really like what Trivisa has done over the last couple of years. And the knife you may have just seen a minute ago, we are talking about the Vastid Shill and Cutter. Now, these did come out previously and then sell out instantly. But this time, they were pretty much ready for you. They came back out and put G10 and 154 CM models out. They put aluminum and LMAX out. And then they also put out a carbon fiber variant, which is what we are looking at here. These are going to come in right around the $159 price point, but they're going to go as low as $119, I believe the G10 is. I'll pop it up what they are exactly in their price points. But this particular one, we are looking at 2.9 inches of LMAX here. Dual thumb studs, front and rear flipper for deployment. Nice tall Schillen kukri style blade, and it is one of the ultimate blade shapes in my opinion for an EDC. Nice casual belly out to that pokey tip. Very comfortable the way this is laid out and designed. Crown spine makes it very comfortable to use this thing. It's using the Vanker lock, which is their pivot base lock, and is extremely solid. The carbon fiber is some really nice stuff. Basically a twill style carbon fiber, I would say. And then we are looking at a deep carry right hand only pocket clip with a lanyard hole there. That's probably the only miss on this knife for me, is that it can't be carried by a lefty as a lefty. That's my only knock on this thing. But otherwise, this is an extremely solid knife, especially at the price point. It's hard to get LMAX these days, and one of the only companies still doing it is Vastid. Now, I keep telling people about the Tenable Eagle Strike, and as I thought, these are trickling out of stock completely, and then I'll get people yelling in the comments later on about how they can't get the knife. They are available. This exact one has a few left. The micarta has one variant left, the blue micarta, and then the black micarta, there's a couple left. The silver is gone. The blue micarta will be gone by the time you see this, I'm sure, and they're going to be gone. But they come in right around 70 bucks. We are looking at Nitro V steel, drop point blade, nice sharpening choil, black wash blade, and it is a pokey, slicey bugger. This is a good size 3 3/4 of that Nitro V. This thing is a monster in my opinion. I really like it. I know a couple people who have picked one up and really enjoy it. The crossbar lock, it's done pretty well. It could be just a touch stronger for me, but getting really nitpicky on that side of things, it's pretty damn good. The textured aluminum, I don't know if the camera does it so much justice, but it's some really good looking stuff. And not only that, it feels great in the hand. It gives you a nice grip to it, but it's soft. So it works really good. This little ramp with jimping, it just locks you in perfectly on this thing. Right hand milled tie clip on this bad boy, right hand only. That is my only knock on this knife, is we can't carry it lefty for our lefty brothers and sisters. But all in all, this is an extremely solid EDC knife. And another one that just will not last forever, the Tuya NV4.5, as I call it. It's the Tuya NV4, but it is the Purple Haze fat carbon inlaid version. I've featured its brother a few times on the channel in the past, and I think recently the unboxing went up for this knife. But we are going to be looking at a very limited run on this knife, which I knew that the copper was pretty limited, but I didn't know as well that this one is also very limited, I think to like 100 pieces. And on Tuya's website, they are calling it a closeout sale. These are coming in at $189. And I think that I have a discount code for there, so it would actually be even a little bit cheaper than the $189. I think it's a 10%, but I'll have that link down there if that's the case. But even at $190, this knife is out of this world good. We're looking at S90V on the sheepsfoot blade, a two-tone satin. We have a belt satin and a hand satin combo there. Dual thumb studs for the deployment, so there's no front or rear flipper on this to get in your way for those people, and that does add a little bit of comfort to this handle. It has a slight contour to it. Everything is softened down. This thing is pretty much a dream in the hand. I wouldn't have mind a longer backspacer here to make just a little bit more comfort and give it even just a touch more heft as well, but that's getting real nitpicky. Good access to the lock bar there, closing action is beautiful. We have a simple milled tie clip and then that titanium backspacer with a integrated lanyard hole here. But $189, that is a phenomenal deal for S90V done properly in titanium with purple haze fat carbon fiber. That is definitely one of my favorite knives that have come out over the last couple of years. And next up, if you need something simple that ain't gonna break the bank, then I think this Nova 6-in-1 multi-tool utility knife here is a really cool option. These are going to come in right around $20, and I think I have a coupon code for these as well. You have this quick change system. You just pop this over and the blade will slide right out, but as far as the lockup goes, it's really solid. You have 3 points of contact there, and so far has been really solid. You have 3 stages. You have closed, you have just the cutting edge exposed, and then you have to the point where you can lock out and get kind of a choked up grip on this thing. Ease of blade changes, that simple sliding mechanism, and it has a pocket clip with a built-in pry bar, bottle opener, and wrench feature. Just a cool little compact multi-tool from Nova. And if you're someone who is just looking for something really cool that's not out yet, but that you can still get your place in line, so to speak, then check out the Tip Gear Kickstarter for their folding penknife. This is, I believe, done over in England. Yuri is from England, and this is a really cool little folding utility knife, but it also has a built-in bolt action pen there. So you have a locking utility blade there, and you have a bolt action system here. We have a pocket clip made out of steel and a roller, lanyard hole, thumb stud to kick this thing out. This is a really cool little gadget. He wanted to make the ultimate penknife, and he is in fact doing just that. You guys will have to let me know, what was your favorite knife from today's video? I love hearing from you guys. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. That helps push this video out there to more people. And if you know anyone this video would help or would enjoy this type of content, make sure you share it with them. It really helps spread this video out there, and I really appreciate it. If you're new to the channel and you enjoy knife and EDC content, you're in the right place. Make sure you subscribe because I release daily videos just like this. I'll pop up a couple of newer videos. Go check one of them out. Have yourself an awesome day. Thank you all again for watching. I'll catch you on the next one.